aka Geeks.
Hey everybody, welcome to aka Geeks, and this is the movie of the week. I'm Sean. Lone Wolf edition this week, you guys. It's been a tough week for me, so I decided to watch something that would lift me up, make me laugh, or be just awesome action worthy. I will get back to some more Oscar films in the coming weeks. So this week I chose The Accountant. Alright, so this film has a star-studded cast, I think, at least in my opinion. This movie's starring Ben Affleck, Anna Kendrick, J.K. Simmons, John Bernthal, Jeffrey Tambor, John Lithgow, and there's even more people in there that I recognize. Amanda Waller from freaking Arrow, that Arrowverse is in there, which I've never liked her until this one. I think it's because her character in Arrowverse, maybe she does a good job of it, or because she has RBF in that show. I don't know. So this film is the story about a guy who has, and this is no spoiler, this is in the movie, you get it off the bat kind of. This is about a guy who's grown up and has learned to live with a form of high functioning autism. Now, throughout the film, they do little flashbacks to kind of tell you about his history as a child, how he grew up with his brother, his dad, how he learned how to deal with things, how his mom left. That's, again, not a spoiler. It's literally in the natural progression of things. It's not any story-breaking element. In these flashbacks, it shows these moments in his life, and in this movie, in the current day, it's showing him doing things, and they show an investigation of him, and they're showing, they're not really adding the two up, but you know it's him because of the trailers, obviously, you've seen. So throughout this film, it has this nice little tug of war between what he's doing and where he's going, where they're doing a flashback, and then also with added element of this third party of them trying to figure out who he is. And I think this film does all this masterfully. I really enjoyed it. All of the flashbacks and all the stuff to the third party of J.K. Simmons and Amanda Waller, that stuff, none of it was jarring at all. None of it took me out of the film. It actually enlightened a different side of the story, and you got to see it from a different perspective of what was happening. So within the storyline, you can see that there are multiple sides. You know, there are things where it's like, all right, this guy's bad, but he's doing this. He has a code, and then from his side, you see him as he did something to right a wrong, and now he's in this life that he lives that might not be altruistic or even good in a legal sense, but he still is trying to be a good person because he's a good person. So it did this masterfully. It gave you a little bit from each side, and it definitely built the story up to a crescendo where I don't want to come off as some all-knowing guy, but I didn't see it coming until it was about to happen. And it's a nice little thing in the third act that really was like, oh, that's awesome. And so I'm really happy with what happened in the third act. I didn't see it coming until it happened, right before it happened. So I really like the way this movie flowed. I like the action in it. The action was awesome. It really made me think of what's going on with John Wick and how the action in that movie took place, and movie The Equalizer, and how some of these new action movies are going a step beyond what previously made action films are, and they're trying to be more realistic, as far as I know, more realistic, or being more of a gritty action, something that hits you harder. So I love that about it. I loved what the story did with the characters. I loved the way they developed the characters. I loved Anna Kendrick's character with how they opened it up to her, and that's how they really made the story start. And how they came back to her later in the film, I really, really appreciated what happened there. This film overall, I really enjoyed it. It did what I needed it to do, definitely, and actually a little bit more. It turned my day around. It definitely turned my day around. It gave me a great big smile on my face. I really enjoyed watching this film. I definitely recommend it to everybody. It's in Redbox. This is a really good action film to just enjoy on any movie night. Alright guys, so that's it for Movie of the Week. Remember to check out aka Geeks on all of the social media that we're on. Remember to check out the podcast on iTunes, Spreaker, Google Play. We just finished the podcast this week. Go check that out. It's already up. It went live this week. We've been doing live the last few weeks, so it's been fun. For this video, we're done for today, you guys. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation about the movie The Accountant, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
aka Geeks.